welcome to the Beauty Zone. I'm Felicia. I know this is a change. I have the cornrows going on because guess what? I am getting ready to do some crochet braids. I have not done crochet braids in like forever. So if you just took a look at my pink wig video, then yes, I'm recording this after that. Same makeup, same shirt. By the time we get to the end of this tutorial though, probably no makeup, different clothing, because I'm sure it'll be a different day. But just to let you know how many braids I have. I have 19 braids, and this is my braid pattern. And they're small. And I initially had just like one braid going to the side in the back, but as you can see, my hair is very, very thick, and that's too bulky, and I do want to be able to pull up the crochet braids to be able to do a high ponytail if I want. So I took down the one large braid and did a combination of some of the braids, just braided 3 of them at a time, and I'm going to latch hook them up as such, and you won't be able to tell, and I'll still be able to pull it up, and it should be nice and smooth in the back. I am using Freetress Water Wave, which is extremely popular. I've watched several videos so that I'll know how to do the crochet braid. I haven't done crochet braids probably in about 15-20 years or something like that, and of course the technology has changed since then as far as the quality of the hair. This is a 1B, and again, Water Wave, which is very, very popular. Your standard crochet needle, you can get this from your BSS or Walmart. A pair of scissors, and I have some gel out just in case I need it. I use Eco Styler, and this is the argan oil, or for my edges I'm going to use the edge control. I love that. And I'm going to use on the hair, well, as I understand, to keep the frizz away once you know, before you get ready to cut it, you should of course use some mousse. Lather that on the hair, and then proceed to split your hair so it won't frizz up. So I'm not going to the store to buy anything new. I'm just going to use what I have here at home. So I have Herbal Essence Totally Twisted Curl Boosting Mousse. This is very, very good. I use this on my human hair as well. So I have that, and I'm going to use some activator, something with glycerin in it. So I have going back in the day, Carefree Curl by Soft Sheen, that curl activator, or I also have Hawaiian Silky. And as I've watched on some other ladies' videos, it's really good to use something with a silicone in it, or you know, glycerin base, because that will help to keep your synthetic hair from balling up and matting up so bad. So we'll see, because I've never tried that trick. So if you guys will stay tuned, when I come back, my goal is to show you what half of my head looks like. There are so many videos out there as to how to do the latch hook or crochet method, so I'm not going to bore you with that method, or bore you with showing you step by step on that, because you can do like I did. I just, you know, typed it in the search and found some videos. I am doing the crochet style because I am wanting to give my hair some rest. I've been flat ironing the front of my hair a lot lately because I've been wearing the U-shaped wig. So I think it's time for me to just put my hair to sleep for a little while and just rock a different style that's quick and easy. So I just decided that I would do the crochet method. So stay tuned. Hi everyone, I am back with the completed installation of my crochet braids. Now, as you saw in the previous clip, I mentioned what type of hair I used. And this is only the second time in my whole lifetime that I've had crochet braids. Again, I tried to do the crochet braids back in the day, and they didn't come out too well. This style took me a couple of days to install. I've had them in for almost a week. So today is Saturday, April the 12th, and I installed them or completed the installation on last Monday. So it will be a week coming this Monday. And you saw some of the still pictures that I included in this video, where of course this hair was a lot longer, and over the course of a few days I've clipped it and I've shaped it. This is the front, and I decided to go with a kind of like curly fro look. Let me turn around so that you can see the back, the side, and the front again, and let me show this side. This is the hair that I use, which is the Freetress Water Wave, and this is bulk hair, $5.99 a pack at my local BSS. Now, I initially bought 3 packs, which you saw in the previous clip, but I ended up buying a 4th pack, and I actually used 3.5 packs, and this is why it's so large. You can, in my opinion, get away with only using probably 2 packs. Had I split this hair a little bit more, 1 coil cut in half, you can get 3 to 4 strands. And by the time I got to the middle section, I was kind of getting the hang of the crochet braiding technique, as well as getting the hang of separating this hair. And I know for a fact I could have really extended or gotten more out of the hair, you know, by just using the 2 packs, by separating this hair the 4 times. Initially I was separating it just twice, and I started from the back and went to the front. I'm going to show you my knots in the front, and hopefully I can get this in focus, but I made my knots really tiny in the front. And that really makes a difference, because one of the complaints that people have about crochet braids is that it really doesn't look realistic with the knots if you do the knots too big in the front. But I made sure I made mine super small, and I think that makes it look more realistic, as realistic as it can look being crochet braids, number 1. And number 2, the knots aren't so noticeable. Products that I do use on the hair. Initially, I told you guys to use this Herbal Essence Curl Boost Mousse when you're getting ready to separate your curls. Don't use this. This ended up making the hair very hard, crunchy, and I had too much product on the hair by the time I got finished with it. So say no to this. And what you should do in order to separate, in my opinion, the curls would be, before you split them, would be just water. So you can get you a bowl of water, dip your fingers in, and run it down the strands and separate it that way, or use a spray bottle. How I maintain the hair on a day-to-day basis is I had some Carol's Daughter hair milk. And I initially bought this for my natural hair, but it ended up being too greasy on my natural hair, and I didn't like the result, so I just had it lying around. Tried it on this synthetic hair, and it works wonders. So it gives the hair a nice luster. The hair is definitely much more softer than it was when I had the mousse on there. So I'll get a palm full of this, rub it all over the hair, you know, just rub it in good. And then I'll spray some water on the hair as well and fluff it out. This is truly fluff and go hair. So when I go to bed at night, I'm looking real sexy here, but I put on my satin sleep cap, and you can purchase this from Walmart or any local BSS, and you guys have seen this on some other YouTube videos. But I put this on my hair, and I kind of look like Marge Simpson because the hair is standing up like this. You tie it up in the back, it won't come off. Or you can get you a satin pillowcase. The hair is too short for me to do a pineapple, so I didn't do the pineapple method, but that sleeping cap works. In the morning, I take it off. I use that Carol's Daughter, and I just shake it out. And the more you shake it out, the bigger and fluffier it will be. At night, I don't put any product on the hair itself, but my natural hair, I use the black castor oil, Jamaican black castor oil, and this is by Tropic Island Living. There's another company that sells black castor oil as well, and it's probably pretty good as well, but this is what I use on my edges, on my natural edges. I also oil my scalp too every night to keep it moisturized. Okay, I wanted to show you another way in which you can wear your crochet braids. Now, of course, we know that you can wear them down, but you can also pin them up and make a really elegant style. So I'm just going to pin up the front of my hair, and I just have traditional bobby pins, except I purchased these from Sally's. They're the extra grip bobby pins, so they hold really, really tight. They hold the hair really, really tight. And what I do is I pull up the middle portion of my hair. This is also a nice, quick, and easy style if you're just running around too. So working out, just running around, or if you just want to change up your style. And I use 4 pins to hold this middle portion hair up, or you can use a clip. I just happen to use bobby pins. And I'm just going to crisscross them in the front as neat as I can. Now, I don't go through the braid. I just go through the hair itself, because I don't think there's really any need for me to go through the braid. So I try to put the bobby pins in where they're not sticking up. And I think I got it with just 2 pins this time. Sometimes I have to use 2 pins. Sometimes I just use 2 or 4 bobby pins. And then you can just fluff your hair at the top. Make sure that you don't have any scraggly sticking up. And that's it. And here you have another way to wear your crochet braids. People don't know if, I'm going to put one more here. People don't know if you have micro braids or what you have going on up top. And it looks really neat and professional too. I would definitely wear my hair to work like this as well. Okay, so now I want to talk about the pros and cons of wearing crochet braids, because with any style, protective style, there are always going to be some things that you like and things that you don't like. So I want to start with the things that I do like. And the things that I do like, as far as a budget, the style is very budget friendly. $5.99 a pack times 4, you do the math, so you can have a complete hairstyle for under $30, or it may cost less. Again, the more packs of hair you use, the bigger the hair is. I really do truly believe that you can just get away with 2 packs and you'll be fine, depending on your braid pattern. Remember, my braid pattern is going straight to the back. But when I do the style again, I'll definitely only use, or try to use, 2 packs of hair. When I get up in the morning, I always know that I will have to snip a couple of pieces of hair. So after you shake it out, sometimes you'll have some stragglers or long pieces of hair that will be visible at that time. I just pull the hair and just snip it. Pull the hair and snip it. At night, to maintain it, I'll go through, and if I have a lot of frizzy spots, I'll cut the frizzy spots. Now, some frizz to me is fine, because that lends to what would normally happen if this were human hair, if I actually spiral curled my own hair. After time, of course, the curls are going to frizz up a little bit. So a little is good, but now if you're getting, a lot of tangling and balls of frizziness, go on and cut those out. Can you wash your hair in crochet braids? Yes, you can. But I would suggest, again, just being very gentle. There are a lot of YouTube videos on how to maintain your hair, the crochet braids hair. So just check out and search for some of those. Another con for me is I know that I did not separate the curls properly initially. So by the time I finished my head, I had more frizziness in the back because that's where I started. And again, I should have actually used the water on here instead of the mousse. Again, the mousse just made the hair super, super hard. And by the time I got to the front, a lot of the hair was very crunchy and it was tacky. So I would just use just plain water. And again, you know, mist down the hair very well. And then as you can see, as I'm pulling this, you can get, you know, 3 to 4 strands just from one coil of hair. So, you know, if you want a more natural look, you can definitely just get away with 2 packs. And trying to think of anything else. I think for right now, that's it with my cons. I'm going to keep this protective style for a whole month. So by the beginning of May, I'll come back and let you see what my crochet braids look like. And I love this style so much, I'm planning on going back into another protective style maybe a week or 2 after I take these down. So, I mean, it's getting hot. I know last summer I wore wigs and I thought I was going to burst into flames as I walked down the street because I was wearing not only a wig but also a closure as well. And here in Georgia, you know, you have humidity that's almost 100% every day, you know, coupled with 95, you know, degree temperatures, and it's just too hot to wear all of that here. So with this hair, even though it's full and it looks like it's heavy, it's very light. When I go outside, the wind just blows it and that wind gets into your scalp and it just feels so good. So this is definitely the style that I'm going to be rocking, this along with braids for the rest of the spring and summer. So I want to thank you guys for joining me here on the Beauty Zone. If you like my crochet braids and the styles that I've done, please thumb up, please subscribe, please post any questions below and I'll be sure to check them out and answer you. And thank you guys so much for joining me here. Don't forget to subscribe now and I will see you back here very soon on the Beauty Zone. Take care and be blessed.